Good morning. This is Karen with Veronica's Tarot and Coaching, and I'm shuffling. This is a daily reading, our daily energy reading. We're going to do current situation, present influence, future influence, challenge, something that you might not see, that's unseen, the unknown that is affecting the situation, advice. And I'm not sure if I'm going to pull an outcome or not. Let's just, I'll pull an outcome. Sometimes outcomes are hard when you're just doing, for me when I'm reading and I'm just doing like a daily energy, is there really an outcome anyway? It's more like what's affecting the now, not necessarily what's going to happen, just kind of tools to get you forward. So excuse the hat, bad hair day, but I don't want it to keep me from posting. So current situation, 3 of Cups. What's influencing this in the present? Star. I feel like we're getting some of the same cards. Maybe I'm wrong. Future influence, Emperor, challenge, King of Swords. What is unseen? What is the unknown to this situation? 7 of Swords. And this could go one or two ways, so it'll be interesting. Advice. This is interesting. So bear with me here. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Strength card. This is something where, you're using that quiet strength. It also, can be that you're being strong, right? This is being strong. I feel like this is a tough one, I think, and we'll talk about why. So the 3 of Swords or the 3 of Cups, this can be celebration for sure. This is where you're at right now. I'm a little concerned about what's hidden, because this might be gossip, or it might be that this is what you're aiming for, but there's something going on in the background that you need to be aware of. So so this is really about, celebration. I'm taking a moment because I want to be clear. Okay, I'm going to walk through this reading. There's some really good things and there's some hard things here. So that's why I think I'm struggling here. So, and sometimes this can be gossip, like people gossiping or things going on that, you don't really quite understand with a group of people. But it also can be very much, getting together, and that's how I mostly read it. I very rarely read this one as gossip. I rarely read that as a negative. But with the 7 of Swords here as the unknown, it's telling me it could be. So I feel like there could be something where you feel like, this group is getting together and it's all hunky-dory, but the unknown being the 7 of Swords makes me kind of cringe a little bit, because that can be about, someone being deceiving you. Is there some kind of deceit going on here? And I feel like that's what the hidden is, that there is some deceit. This can also be about taking back what's yours. So let's continue. So Star in the present, what's influencing the situation right now is your hopes, is the faith that you have in yourself. And I feel like it's in yourself because the future influences the Emperor, and I feel like that's taking control. So with the Star being in your present and having that faith and that hope and that the North Star type feeling, you're really grabbing hold of something here. There's something that this is important to you, because when the star appears, if it's influencing in any way or appears anywhere, this is a really important thing, and it's usually spiritual or just something that's inside of you that's very important. So when I say spiritual, that's a lot what I mean. If you're not necessarily a spiritual person, it can just be what's driving you from the inside. So it's very important. Um, and it's driving you to this, and I feel like that whatever this is, you're really trying to celebrate this and have this celebration with people around you. I'm getting confused. So, sorry, this is kind of a confusing one, and I don't want to lead you astray. So I'm going to keep going, and then we'll talk about it. The Emperor in the future influence, I do feel like that's you taking control. So in the future, this influence of this Emperor is you pulling back the reins and taking control and deciding on a clear path, because the Emperor is very black and white to me. When I look at the Emperor, I think that is black and white, and he's influencing the future. And I feel like this all has to do with you wanting to, be happier, be in a better place, celebrate with friends, be around other people, maybe, do some kind of group outing, something like that. So I feel like that's what this is kind of about. Now, your challenge is the King of Swords, which, so when I see the Seven of Swords, I feel like this is a person. I feel like this is a person that might not be very nice. And when I say that, because the Seven of Swords is the unseen, and it's about, someone deceiving you. And I think that this King of Swords is deceiving you. And that's the challenge, how to get past that. It's not really, okay, so um, I think the important thing here is to remember that even though you're being deceived and this is your challenge, it doesn't mean that it's impossible to get around, but there is something here that's very deceiving to you, and it has to do with this energy of this king. I'm telling you, this is a crazy reading. So advice is Ten of Swords, and so to me, Ten of Swords is a lot about something goes, right? And see, when I see the Tower as advice, I think of let it fall, let it happen, just let things go, let it go, that kind of feeling. But I feel like the Ten of Swords is more like putting something to rest, not letting it go, putting it to rest, almost like a funeral. Okay, like you would go, I don't know if you've ever like dealt with things like quitting smoking or quitting a bad habit, where you actually make an effort of burying the ashtray or burying the pack of cigarettes or writing a note and burying it in the ground, so that you're basically putting it to rest. That's what this advice is. And I think it has to do with the King of Swords. You just need to put that at rest. You need to put aside any thoughts. And this, again, these are swords. So this could be something that's going on in your head where you're going, is this king deceiving me? And you're just kind of going back and forth in your mind, because the cards up top are really good cards. These other cards are just messing with you. Like, are you just thinking someone's deceiving you, or that this king is deceiving you? And this is a person, male or female, doesn't matter. This is a person, and this is a person in your life that the challenge is, are they deceiving you? And if they are, do you just bypass it and put it to rest? Just put this situation to rest. Yeah, easier said than done. I know. I hang on to things big time. I don't let anything go. Me putting things to rest? No. When I get any kind of advice like the Tower or Ten of Swords, I'm like, no, I can't. I can't. I feel like I have to win everything. So, yeah, so really putting this thing to rest. So let's pull an outcome, but I am going to reshuffle. And the strength did come at the bottom, which tells me that putting this to rest is hard. When the strength comes up, it's using our everything, to do something or to deal with something. So that's it's not. I don't think the strength. It's a good card. It means you can, but it's not necessarily an easy card because strength. Having strength is hard. Some people just say, "Oh, just do blah blah." Yeah, right. Just do blah blah. Yeah. That ain't happening. Okay, so outcome. Let's see if there's an outcome that we need to know about. Okay, Knight of Wands. That's good. Um, so the outcome. So when I see this card in this deck specifically, this Knight of Wands makes me feel really good. Now, as she's playing the drum, she's not giving a crap about anything that's going on around her. And I think that's kind of where you need to be because this king and this seven are in your mind too. Like, even though this king is a real person, the deception maybe is in your head and and it could be something going on that you don't know about. But I think too that I think you're ready to take back control of this situation by putting it to rest. Again, not letting it fall. You have to like put it to rest and make it a thing. Just like when you have a memorial or you have a service and you're putting, I hate to compare it to death, but Ten of Swords is the end, right? So putting it to rest because this gives you celebration. However, just keep in mind that this card too is a little, she's not always thinking about, sometimes she does things without thinking. And that's okay too. Sometimes we need to do that, kind of like that fool energy where you just go and you have fun. So whatever this situation is it will bring you joy. Like once you get through this healing, which the star is always healing, and being able to celebrate yourself, which I feel like the Three of Cups kind of is, you'll be in a much better, happier place. And look at how bright this card is. So there you have it. That was a tough reading. I'm not going to lie. That sometimes when I get these tough cards, I know I need to speak the truth, and everybody needs to hear it. There's a reason why these cards came up, but sometimes I just want to make everybody happy. So, and that's not going to always happen in tarot. And it's not about not making you happy. To me, too, when we do readings, tarot is about having the tools to keep an open mind and to either look for things or know that you can let something go. It just kind of, it's more of an advice, it's more of a guide, and it feels good, right? So all in all, this is good, because it leads to a good thing. The advice is to put something at rest. If this is just thoughts, this King of Swords and Seven, if this is just thoughts in your mind, putting it to rest will be a little easier than if this is a real person that might be deceiving you. Putting that to rest might be a little harder. So, and it could be either one of those. It might be different for other people. So, bless you and have a great day. Talk to you later.